Hello from downtown Salem. I'm currently walking down Chestnut Street, which, as we kick off this video, I'm just going to start with this. If you haven't experienced just a quick walk down Chestnut Street, you have to. These houses are beautiful. Some have some nice decorations on them, but it's just a quick walk. So take the time. It's pretty close to downtown and it just looks really amazing. So we're going to start off here, and I'm just going to take you along for the journey of walking around downtown Salem. It's Tuesday, October 7th, so it's a weekday at almost 10 in the morning. So if you're coming on a weekend, you are going to experience something very different from what you're going to see in this video, but hopefully this might inspire you to come on a weekday instead, because I drove in, not a single lick of traffic, and it was fantastic. So if you have the ability to come on a weekday, way less crowds. You might lose a little bit of the experience doing it this way, but a little bit more manageable, I think. So let's just go walk around Salem, and I'll try to point out some fun places, good restaurants, interesting sights. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of these, all of these houses are going to be historic houses. As you can see, they're just pretty amazing. Make sure you pay attention to these signs when you come in. You're going to see them pretty much everywhere now. But another good thing, Monday to Friday, it's 5 p.m. to 7 a.m. So during the day, you can actually park here and there's no meters or anything. Obviously, no one's parking on this street right now. Nice little tidbit of information for you. So yeah, while I walk, coming on a weekday is nice because you definitely don't have as many lines. Probably not going to need as many reservations for dining. You may still need some, especially, once lunch rolls around. Parking's easier, getting around is easier. Everything is easier, but as you'll see, it's just a different vibe. So if you want the busy vibe with all of the buskers, the street performers out on Essex Street, chances are you're going to want to come on a weekend. Granted, you're going to be surrounded by thousands of people. So this video is all about the weekday experience so that you can make that decision for yourself. Coming up to the end of Chestnut right now, and we'll start to go explore more of the downtown area. See a bunch of little signs like that on all of these houses, those little white placards letting you know who the original owner was, a little bit about them. So across the way here we have the Witch House, and then a little bit down that road is the Ropes Mansion. Witch House is actually one of the last standing houses still tied to the actual Salem witch trials. One of the judges lived in it. Pretty cool stuff. They do tours. I don't know if they're doing tours today, or maybe they open at maybe 10 o'clock, I don't know. Very popular attraction here. And as you're coming in, a lot of people are coming in from 114 that way, coming in this way, so you'll pass that on your right as you come in. And definitely check out the Ropes Mansion if you don't know what that's from. It is Allison's house in Hocus Pocus. Blackcraft has become quite the attraction. There's always a line every day, and from what I understand, you do need a reservation to even basically get in the door. And luckily, made one yesterday for $12.20 today, so we're going to try to check it out. I've actually never been there, so it'll be good to try out, but we got a couple hours before we can actually get in, so stay tuned for that. This is the corner of Essex and Washington. On weekends this is absolute mayhem, but they shut down the street, so there's no cars, so everyone's just kind of walking back and forth freely, but on the weekday it's not the case. Behind us we have the Bewitched statue. Fairly recent addition. Actually, it's been a few years at this point, but she wasn't always here. And this is a very different experience than what you're going to get on a weekend here. On a weekday, you can see the ground. On a weekend, you cannot. This is where you'll typically find Bora. At least that's where he was last year. Got the old town hall over here.
That's more up in Gloucester Street.
We'll do a walk down Essex Street first, and then we'll poke around to some of the other areas as we go. Wouldn't be a trip to Salem without CVS Pharmacy. Hotel Salem over here. They have a rooftop bar. It's pretty cool. Probably one of the only ones in Salem. Bunch of different stores.
Check outside.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. No, you're good. Inside here you have a few different stores just selling interesting odds and ends. Bewitched in Salem, Witch's Teas. Monster Museum. There is a movie theater. And it looks like they have locked the bathrooms because they are quite possibly the scariest attraction in Salem. But it looks like if you buy a treat, you can use Cinema Salem's bathrooms. Not a bad deal. Got a trolley tour coming up. There's not a lot of people out busking, but there are some. And this is when it's not busy. You can only imagine what it's like when it is busy. Alright, so we are now in Salem Common, which right now there's not a ton happening. I think this is where it's probably beneficial to come on a weekend because they usually do some type of craft fair, a bunch of booths with folks selling t-shirts and art and stuff like that. It was super cool last year or the year before, whenever it happened. Right now, as you can see, it's really just a couple food booths, fried dough, stuff like that. So nothing too crazy. But what's cool about this area is this was also used in the filming in Hocus Pocus. So basically on the other side of the park is where Max and Allison talk for the first time. You probably recognize the wrought iron fences and just kind of this open space. So yeah, this is Salem Common. Again, there's really not much happening out here right now, but nice little walk if you want to escape some of the crowds. Of course, it's good to do a little walk by the Hawthorne Hotel. If you're staying here, there's some haunted rooms. Forget which ones exactly, but I'm sure you can Google it. Now we're gonna walk down to Pickering Wharf. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's very windy right now. While we walk, there's not much to check out here. It's really interesting to see how Salem has evolved just during my lifetime alone. You know, when I was younger, Salem was very much, you know, just like a Halloween night thing. There really wasn't much happening beyond that. And then it slowly started to trickle into the other weekends leading up to Halloween. Basically in the month of October, maybe the closest weekends to Halloween, those would be the busy ones. And then over the last 10 years, say, it has just completely taken off, and it's really the whole month. I mean, there are some businesses here that survive the entire year just from the success that they have during the month of October. So it's been really interesting to see. As you can see behind me, like there's a ton of barriers that they need to move for the weekends and then move back for the weekdays. Again, this is early October, so even weekdays as we get closer to Halloween are going to get even more intense. But yeah, it's been really interesting to see this evolution of Salem in October. Haunted happenings has always been around, but yeah, I would say these last 10-15 years, it's just completely taken off, and it's been fun. I like coming on the weekends as well, but not gonna lie, this is a little bit easier to film a video when there's not shoulder-to-shoulder people on Saturdays or Sundays. So I like both experiences. I recommend that people experience both, but they're very different experiences. Now we're at Pickering Wharf. Got the Friendship out there. Looks like it's still being refurbished. Hopefully someday it's back to having its full masts and a nasty tarp off of it. We'll go for a walk over this area. That's kind of the main Pickering Wharf with restaurants and things like that, so I'll show you that in a moment. We're gonna walk down this way though. So also, as you're walking around these parts, you can actually walk through these little areas, so don't be afraid to check them out. Yeah, that brick building is the custom house that we were just seeing. A couple other houses back here, and this is all part of the kind of the National Park Service. Nice little garden over here. I wasn't gonna walk down this way, but why not? Look at this day. Looks like he's been hanging there for a while. Someone should help him. Notice here, relocated from Marblehead in 2008. Yeah, this structure wasn't here when I was growing up. We got the Friendship over here. Not looking particularly great. Spent a lot of time walking this. Me and the boys we'd buy Captain Black cigars and just walk down this and get all the way out to the lighthouse and then come back. I'm not doing that today though. It also has been kind of unseasonably warm right now. Right now it's saying 70 degrees, but again, it is only 10:45 in the morning. It's looking to get up to 80 degrees today. on October 7th. It's crazy. But I believe we have a cold front coming in tomorrow, so it's gonna feel a little bit more like October. But for now, got a hot day. I'm sweating under this backpack. I'm kind of on a mission right now. I'm gonna go show you the House of the Seven Gables. Not gonna go in, just gonna show you it. And then there's a candy store up here that I'm gonna try to stop into. Hopefully they're open. I don't know why they wouldn't be, to get some treats for the family. This alone is a different sight, seeing parking spaces in this parking lot. And right across the street, got America's oldest candy company, the Old Pepper Company. Let's check it out. Got some essentials. Another candy store is Chocolate Pantry. Apparently they went viral on TikTok. I don't know. We got some candy. I don't know if it was necessarily the candy that the family wants, but candy's better than nothing. It is pricey though. 3 bags of candy was 25 bucks. So just know you're getting some, it's like a craft candy, if you will. None of that Hershey's. Got some restrooms over there if you need them. And we have Jaho, really good coffee shop. I've spent many hours at Jaho. The nice thing about Pickering Wharf is it is free parking, so that complex owns their own parking, so they don't have meters or anything. The caveat is it's 2 hours only, so don't plan on leaving your car there. They will tow you, but if you're planning on going to Sea Level or Finn's or Longboards or any of those restaurants, you're gonna be there for a couple hours. Go ahead and park there. Across the street from Pickering Wharf, you have Notch. Easier way to get around, get some blue bikes. Stopping, it's always nice. Over here we have Bambolina. This is on Liberty Street. Bambolina is such a good pizza place. Liberty Street's where you can find some of the different museums and haunted houses. You got Frankenstein's Castle, Salem Witch Village. I'll share a link to a different video we did last year of us going in some of those. This is another street that gets really busy during the weekends, but a little bit more bearable during the weekdays. This is a little different from years past.
There you go, girl.
Hit me like the sky fell on me, and I decided you knew well on me, so when no one else can see you, turn the lights out now I'll take you by the hand.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be.
If you do want to check out the Charter Street Cemetery, if you want to walk around inside of it, you do have to make some reservations ahead of time, so scan that QR code. Alright, let's head back to Essex Street and see if maybe some buskers are out there, see if it's any busier as we're approaching 12 o'clock hour. Let's see. I already see it's starting to pick up a little bit. Got Frankenstein's chair. It's not here right now. Want to be Halloween without the Grinch? Alright, I think I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat and then head over to Black Craft Coffee to check that out. Yeah, it looks like Essex Street for a Tuesday afternoon is actually kind of lively, but still very breathable, which is nice. Also, be sure to stop and say hi to Sarah Sanderson over here. Just took a couple photos of her. So we took some last year too, so this might be an annual tradition where we take some, it's like school photos, but she's great. Stop and chat with her. Make sure to tip all the buskers that you take pictures with, and yeah, they're all really great. Over here we have Artist Row, some small art stores, with the lobster shanty up there. Alright, so just got lunch at Village Tavern, and I'm gonna head over to Black Craft, although I'm about 32 minutes late for my reservation, so I don't know if they're gonna let me in or not, but we'll give it a shot.
like tarot cards. That's wicked cool.
So just to recap while I wait for Far From the Tree to open, I was here on a weekday in the, not early hours, but basically between 10 and 1:30 in the afternoon, and you know, it's quieter. If you're looking for a quieter experience that is going to be a little bit more low-key, weekdays are the way to do it. If you want to experience Salem with the intense crowds, a lot of people dressed up, and a lot of people busking out on the streets, with a lot of good costumes and everything like that, you're going to want to come on the weekends. If you do come on the weekends, definitely figure out a way that you can get here that won't require you to drive all the way in. And even if that means taking an Uber to, you know, half a mile outside of downtown or a mile outside of downtown and walking the rest of the way, you're probably going to be walking the whole day anyway, so what's another mile? Truly, it'll be quicker, so think about doing that. There's pros and cons to weekends, weekdays, nighttime, daytime, everything like that. The vibe of nighttime is really nice. The crowds of the weekend are pretty cool to see, but it will hinder your experience, whether that's getting into restaurants, going to museums, whatever it is. It's going to be hard to do anything, so at the end of the day, make reservations for the things that you really want to do, and just be patient, because there's a ton of people coming into a city that isn't really built for a ton of people. So I love it. I love coming out and spending a daytime here. Hopefully this video was helpful to give you some insight into what a daytime in Salem is during the week. Maybe I'll try to get here on one of the upcoming weekends. We shall see. I don't know. I think we've killed enough time. So let's head over to Far From the Tree and we'll wrap the video up there.
It's the Halloween bank!
I came out to record a closing for this video.
It's the Halloween bank!
Yeah, so we got two drinks from Far From the Tree. We got Ectoplasm, which is like a jalapeno cider, and then Apple of My Chai is a chai cider. This video is long enough. So, whoa, you're so strong. That's gonna do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. We'll try to do another Salem video at some point, hopefully this year. And
look what happened.
Yeah, that's all we got for you. We'll see you next time. You gonna say bye?
No, I need.